Mamma mia. Stasera avevo intenzione di fare qualche cosa di leggermente diverso perché ho comprato un po' di giochi. Quindi stasera giochiamo a Ace Combat Skies Unknow. Molto bello come gioco, mi piace molto. Ho tutti i diritti riservati di sto cazzo. Io avevo già iniziato, però siccome io sono stronzo, adesso ho comprato alcune cose, faremo così. Una campagna. Facciamo riavvia storia, vediamo così. Sti cazzi di progressi perché tanto giochiamo in modalità facile, dai. Anche se già ho esperienza con questo titolo, però.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue.
Bellissimo.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Lions in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there,
lassù.
cruising above the clouds, the
blu
dark
scuro della
blue of the
stratosfera.
stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing.
Infatti se non
If you
tieni
don't
il
keep up
passo
with it, it'll
rimani
leave your
indietro.
ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older.
Aspetta,
But now,
ma ora
I was all alone.
ero rimasta sola.
Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Bello, bello proprio.
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
Quindi un volo senza armi praticamente. Bellissimo.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. sky. Dark blue.
Blu scuro.
I could almost touch it.
Stasera con questo gioco ci spariamo un partitone e non finisce più.
They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have put it in your best picture, you piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Charge assault.
Is everyone here?
Ci siete tutti? Sì.
Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Airbase Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will... What the hell was that?
Sai, ci stanno già a far mazzo adesso.
Smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured. Scramble. All units. Take off and
Non
eliminate
comunicate con la
unidentified
criminale,
craft attacking
identificare
the
stanno
base.
attaccando la base. Comunque noi abbiamo
This
DLC,
is not
quindi
a drill.
alcuni DLC. Facciamo albero degli aerei, che l'avevamo già sbloccato. Noi abbiamo bellissimo. Mamma mia che spettacolo. Mi pare che sta guardando la Ferrari. Vabbè. La 10 tonne, mamma mia, bellissimo. Non badiamo a spese. Abbiamo un sacco di aerei in possesso. Ordine alfabetico, a posto. Abbiamo un po' di aerei sperimentali. Mamma mia. Ragazzi, fa cambiare la livrea, forse ancora non è disponibile. La versione di Odyssey. Questo è un veicolo aria-terra, quindi non lo so, questo non è una missione aria-terra, quindi c'è qualcosa di buono. La F15 SMTD è tanta roba. Questa versione migliorata e sperimentale dell'F15 è equipaggiato con uccelli a spinta direzionale e canad sovradimensionali, con una maggiore manovrabilità nei cambiamenti aerei, con combattimenti aerei. Questo aereo può esercitare un maggiore controllo sul campo di battaglia rispetto al suo predecessore, dominando i bersagli a terra e in aria con il suo potenziale offensivo. Allora, quello è questo qua. Questo grosso caccia può montare 2 missili aerei a lungo raggio, grazie alle geometria variabile può combattere qualsiasi quota e velocità. Il soprannome ufficioso Super Tomac deriva dal modello A. Noi una parte ce la dobbiamo mettere. Disco migliorato e questo. Andiamo alla vedere. Accelerazione era a posto. Vai, sortita, vai. Ma divertire.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off.
Mannaggia, beh.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight.
Allora, c'è da lavorare, vai.
But we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
Raggiunge
Mage 2, altitude
l'altitudine.
restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taking a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Cazzo c'hai là?
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do
Ah,
this.
si aprono.
Column Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Ah, bellissimo sto dettaglio.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
Andiamo al cockpit come?
Take down
Mamma
all
mia.
unidentified bombers.
Bello
They
proprio.
don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
We'll go.
Trigger, I'm a man. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good
Aspetta un
job.
attimo, arrivo subito. Arrivo subito. Non ci abbiamo fermato. Uè Davide, scusa se ti rompo il cazzo. Ma non so se hai da fare o se stai facendo qualcosa. Comunque se non c'hai, se ti va, entra nella mia live, però non con Discord, cioè solo a vedere se ti piace. Io sto giocando a Ace Combat per il computer, qualcosa di fenomenale. Eccomi qua, sono arrivato. Ah, un po' di assenza perché dovevo andare al bagno. Allora, qua. Cos'è questa roba qua? Ah, sono città distrutte. Ah, ci sono là al centro. Ah, no, per cambiare il radar è quest'altro bottone qui. Così c'è un flap.
Let's go introduce ourselves. Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835. Watch out for the support aircraft.
Ma perché mi dici premi Y? Ma c'è un controller, cioè... Ah, lancia a grappolo e lancia. Batto di nuovo un compagno di squadra. Mira, 2500 km/h. Poi il flare come si accende? Ah, devi premere queste due i cosi da scacciare.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Well, their trigger settled in.
Da volare in
Mage
mezzo.
2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. We'll come. Golem 2, let's maintain elements.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Andiamo sotto le nuvole.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups. Target is in range of guns.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
Freedoms. I can tell them apart.
Non se lo prendono. Mamma mia.
Target is down.
Attaboy, Trigger.
Drone ha parlato. Sono MiG TU 160. Sembra il pezzo di coso l'antipatico. Lascia stare questo.
missile.
H2 bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp and think fast.
Roger that.
Sì, bastardo. C'è qualcuno che si sta intrufolando dentro la nostra radio.
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire.
Ma dice di andare di qua. No, vieni. Sta andando tutto dall'altra parte, ora facciamo una bella cosa.
H2, target down.
Locked on target.
Careful, the enemy has a lock. One remaining.
H2, keep your focus. You got this.
Partiamo l'installo, vediamo a che velocità minima riesce a stare dritto. 300 km/h.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
230.
Good going, H2. Flight commander looks like he's
170 inizia a decelerare, inizia a
Let's
buttarsi.
slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Allen Squadron, this is HQ. Can you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Principessa Rosa Cosset Denise.
Citizens of Erusia.
Ah, fine la missione. Ma poi fa vedere per lei.
H2, verify and read back. H2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have good luck.
Control. Get that.
Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with H1.
No, questo è X e tasto A. Se lo dice così. Number briefing dice.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Ah, tu interfaccia. Si attiva topografia. Ah, così si aumenta la velocità, così si può... Sposta inquadratura. Zoom visuale. Ah, si può interagire anche con questo coso strano che fa vedere un riassunto della missione. Prossima missione, abbandona missione, prossima missione, dai.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Ocean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Ocean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Ocean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
Fine. Mo altro pezzettino di storia.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from two continents went head to head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over.
Prendere il controllo.
Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Giusto, fai cazzi tuoi.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit?
Prima la resta un po' la
I
usa.
tried to escape.
No, è pure merda.
They found out and set the dogs on me.
Mi sono charged enemy.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yuzian. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent. They are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Ok. Cambio degli aerei, compriamoci un aereo nuovo. Abbiamo in totale 52.000 punti fedeltà al Conad. Allora, un rilevatore nemici multipli. Questa è una cosa bella. Antenna data link a banda larga. Mangiare ricerca di veicoli missili standard, aumenta il raggio d'aggancio digitale missili standard. Ah, questo è bloccato perché? Ah, perché non abbiamo sbloccato questa messa qua. Allora, migliora la decelerazione dell'aereo, aumenta la potenza delle bombe speciali, aumenta la resistenza all'aereo al congelamento, quindi ok, va più in alto. Buon prato. Un Mirage 2000D, questo tanti piccioli questo qua. Ah, dobbiamo prima comprare l'aereo e poi dobbiamo... Allora facciamo inizio missione intanto. questa mi fa un'altra missione area, quindi missile da high power air to air missile, hyper velocity, questa è una parte, mesco leggero e una fusoliera, vai.
Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Allora, copertura nuove frammentate, operazione Eastern Wild, altopiano, distruggere le strutture terrestri nemiche. Ah, beh, però anche se stanno a terra gli aerei comunque possono usare. Vabbè.
But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
H2, missile launch.
Anti-air radar vehicle destroyed! Go for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Take the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's air raid! Being attacked by enemy aircraft! Most information aboard the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! The radar vehicle! We're using the containers now!
Facciamo una virata e poi andiamo giù. Noi facciamo così.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online! Push them high forward, good guys! The base was too far from Allied territory.
H2, missile launch.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Giusto, se non c'è una capacità di circolare dalle nuvole, dalle nuvole non possiamo utilizzare i missili perché funzionano a cazzo di cane.
Box 2. Trigger, there's one more to go.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you. That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports taxiing.
Target locked. Firing. Protect the radar vehicle. Return fire. No, they're not linked for the radar vehicle. Launch manuals in. Redo the setup. There's some feedback from these performers. Write your manuals in a language you can understand. I got him. He's mine.
Fox 2.
Are you telling me we can't even avenge our father? That's fired. Evading. Rocket 2.
Cazzo è successo?
Keep your mind focused. Enemy transport destroyed. Air
targets remaining.
So you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
4 targets remaining.
Locked. It's chow time.
Three targets remaining. Mage 2, missile away.
On his tail.
Ah, cartocciato.
Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Che cosa è successo?
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Most
Non ho
spotted
capito un
cloud,
cazzo
no
quello
doubt about it,
successo.
we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
Ci mettiamo dietro.
These drones are
Ce li
great
mangiamo
agility.
lì.
All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right?
Aspetta.
Use them. HQ, this is column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant.
Oh,
You know?
schifo, schifo.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
I got an enemy in front of me and behind me. 3 enemies to go.
Mage 2, you're targeted.
Missili in me. Giusto, il radar non funziona da nuovo.
Bandits are in the clouds.
Mage 2, you've iced out.
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's another I want to try.
Mage doing good.
On you go. Let's get through this without any casualties. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Si passa.
Didn't connect.
L'importante è che non ci perdiamo nel capire se siamo in aria o siamo per precipitare, perché vicino alle nuvole è difficilissimo.
Fox 3.
Lanciamo tutto quello che è addosso fino a
Nice
quando non
kill,
ci scappa.
Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
The current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
Peccato che non c'è un modo per salvarli sti cazzo di problemi.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Un'organizzazione controffensiva, ok. Two Project Strategy.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel II, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Ok, quindi missione aerea, perfetto. Vediamo a quanti soldi siamo. Noi abbiamo 80.000 dollari, 80.000 scelle, che cazzo, 80.000 specchietti d'oro, non lo so che so. Niente, con i soldi non ci stiamo. Sto Mirage 2002 possiamo comprare. Senti, via. Sì, passiamo date, basta. MiG 2000 questo, scusate, sbagliato. Roll Stab B. Cazzo è questo cosa qua? Ah, migliora la stabilità in rollio. E ce lo pigliamo subito, sì. Questi cazzi. Load, speed reload, gun hitter. Cazzo sono questi? Aumenta la concentrazione di fuoco. Riduce il tempo di carica dei missili speciali. Ok, vabbè, abbiamo comprato una cosa inutile. MiG 29A. Vabbè, abbiamo i nostri aerei, quindi usiamo quelli nostri. Cazzo ce ne frega. Allora, questa missione aria-aria, però dice che è meglio aria-aria, sto 50 e 50, vedi? Brutta storia. No, li abbiamo ancora modificati questi. Noi usiamo questo F22B. E vedi, c'ha solo armamenti aria-terra. Long range air missile. Solo una parte, che cazzo vuoi, che qua non c'è niente. 70 roba questa aerea. Mamma mia, è bestiona. È bellissimo proprio. È una variante aria-terra del F-22 Raptor. Però non penso, non esiste questo qua, a differenza dell'altro del veicolo la quale prende spunto. Eccolo qua. Ah, devo fare refueling, devo fare... Oh cazzo, roba di merda. Perfetto. Vediamo l'operazione da fuori, mamma mia. Carburante infinito per noi ovviamente.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank you, lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet, wild, and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first inch.
Cazzo, che dolore, ci ha fatto male questa. Serio, no, bomba.
If you can animate a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Io vedo la visuale di sto missile, che curioso. Se lo prendo. Ah, c'hanno pensato amici miei.
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Roger that.
We need reinforcements now! Caution, hostile has a radar lock! Bandit lock! Radar lock acquired.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight. Nice kill.
Non lo so, non mi trovo con la guida in da cockpit, non lo so perché non... Ma deve essere... Vabbè. Peccato che non è completa. Cioè giustamente si muove il movimento della testa, però non c'è tutto il cockpit completo come in un simulatore di aereo. Beh, questo non è un simulatore.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat. Missile incoming! Evade!
Cazzo, oh.
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Cazzo, oh. Occhio sul bambino. Ma che è sta cosa?
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
Just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Ah, abbiamo 24 questo misto qua.
The last strokes.
These guys move down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Questo adesso è a bordo, cioè dobbiamo andare solo qua.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How's that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there. Breaking. Image. Control ground. I'm breaking up.
Che dolore, oh, mi ha scioccato l'aereo.
Skeleton squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons,
una
command is
sorta
ordered to
di...
complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They knew it earlier, or else would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and
Una
Mage
sorta di
squadron,
MP
give our
avanzato.
allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Targeting range of guns.
Attaboy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. Not on my watch.
Missile evaded. Mage 2 blocked. Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem squadron, Mage squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage 2, missile away.
You've got a hostile behind you. That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. I'm spiked.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Serio?
Mage 2, blocked. Mage 2, Fox 3. Mage squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Short-range aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Focus.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
Golem and Mage squadron. Help us.
Get those UAVs off of France. Missed.
Golem and Mage squadron.
Got one of my sights.
Get your asses out.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status?
Vediamo se riusciamo a prendere da qua.
Status report.
He's a predator.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself.
C'è ammunition
Golem 2,
zero,
get away
mamma
from the
mia che
enemy.
bello, uno abbiamo preso.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
Che cosa è scappato praticamente? No, c'è magari il 74%.
About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Più o meno. Abbiamo perso un po' di gente, però fa niente. No, avevamo scassato tutto il motore, sto cosa funziona ancora.
Page 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
Non devo atterrare questo coso sopra dove?
Runway is clear. Page 2, you are
Palle.
cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Page 2, lower speed. Your approach looks good. Stay on course. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Perfect, Page 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Un attimo al bagno, devo pisciare io subito.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Finalmente, bella pisciata, ci stava tutta. Buonasera. Allora, continuiamo. Ma che cazzo? Continuiamo, dai. Ho ottenuto uno più nuovi soprannomi. Dove si... Allora, un altro pezzettino della storia. Chi è questo qua? Dottore, chi sarà? Boh.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
Cioè stanno costruendo un drone che abbia le capacità di questo cristiano qua.
How penal is this
Chiede
penal
quanto
unit, you
faccio
ask?
in unità penitenziaria.
This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Rescue. Soccorso. Ok, allora che chi siamo, prima di tutto che ci tocca fare. Puntare area o la terra? Area terra.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy,
Sono
the
stati
arsenal
diversi
birds have
onboard
bolstered
hanno
the enemy's
pensato la
anti-air
rete
network. This will
antiaerea
be
che
difficult
la
to
difficile
overcome.
abbatterla.
However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. A hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced
ok,
to
quindi
abort
dobbiamo
the mission.
essere molto bravi e dobbiamo manovrare
The lone
bene
pilot who will head up this strategy
la
is
strada
you,
del
Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Ok. Allora, quindi c'è una missione aria-terra, però dobbiamo essere cauti. Vabbè, facciamo un attimo, abbandono missione, un attimo, al menu principale devo vedere un attimo una cosa. Allora, nome delle opzioni, comandi, tastiera, mouse, grafica. Come se sta messo tutto al massimo. Audio si è messo tutto quanto bene, la lingua, purtroppo non si può mettere sui dialoghi, sui sottotitoli, per fortuna ci sta in italiano, però non c'è niente di dati, negozio di Steam, il giocatore con opzione di riconoscimento diritti di autore, mi ha dato di soprannome, però mouse, flight stick, configura posizione flight stick di flight heads 1, interfaccia, grafica, dati, non su dati, che cos'è? Campana del giocatore, aerei, scene. Ah, qua si possono mettere emblema. Ah, abbiamo sbloccato anche l'emblema. Wow, bello. Soprannome, allora Onyx, aviere, scelto, tiratore. Sono aereo. Design. Emblema. Ah, ogni aereo c'ha il suo. No, cioè attacca. Attaccamento, cazzo, madonna. Allora, dove sta sto cazzo di aereo? F14D, iniziamo da questo. Design. Word, emblema del potere, ci mettiamo in posta. Vabbè, andiamo su campagna, cioè di cazzo, continua. No, già abbiamo visto un po' cazzosi. Allora, vediamo un po'. Sì, vabbè, non ce ne frega niente, già abbiamo assistito al briefing. A posto. Porco Dio, sotto l'audio. Uffa. Ah, ecco, si è aggiustato finalmente. A te caga sotto, il tuo modo lo spegni il gioco, ragazzi voi.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
C'è a sinistra. Al centro, bravo.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Are we under attack? Don't change.
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Perfetto, ce l'abbiamo fatta.
Hang in there.
Caga sotto.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Non so se questo si aggancia o devo farlo io.
You're being locked onto. H2, target destroyed. Missile launched. H2, target down.
Sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. Half of the anti-air guns down. H2 locked. Half of the SAM sites are down.
Sea Goblin, we've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Mission still in progress. Stand by.
Oh,
All SAM sites down.
questo è bastardo.
There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ. H2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. All anti-air guns guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Running for the site. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
See them here. Going up to meet them 2 minutes.
Prendo l'orecchio.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Golem and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
This is Sea Goblin. Heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container! We'll pass that with a shot before the enemy would hit down.
Bandit destroyed. H2, missile launch. Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Hurley! Stick right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Mi sembra che si traccia la situazione.
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermobaric! Rocket!
Damn. UAV down.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Hurley. Rescue unit down. Along with the soldier who had this radio. Get Mr. Hurley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
Oh, yeah.
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
We found an Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you're in the Air Force.
Queste cazzo di racche di vento sappiamo di vario.
It'll do. 3 remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1. That's the best you can come up with.
One remaining. UAV confirmed down.
Good night.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking over.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenalburg.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those
Anche
a-holes.
l'assa va il presidente.
Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Mamma Ma tutti quanti quel povero cristiano ce l'hanno. MQ101, MQ101, tu quanti sono gli stessi sono?
Roger, sending UAVs at the transport. Orders on fire warnings. Yes, sir. No time. That's no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. This isn't exactly a fighter.
Enemy UAV down. Great job, Trigger.
Understood. An arsenal burns on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal?
I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Mother Goose 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, babble, babble, babble.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Dardo di amare.
What the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
Figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUN can't coordinate between bridges as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
One hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's wing blade took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Mage 2, missile away.
Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Can we stop? Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Oh, merda.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you.
Going for it. Bandit on your ass.
UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Sto solo quadrato, non stavo del cazzo.
Radar lock acquired.
L'hanno preso. Beh, doveva succedere. Secondo me doveva andare così.
Oh my god. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OG. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire! I saw it!
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elephant. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
Oh.
Trigger,
sono
You
ammazzato.
can't fly for a while. You understand?
Abbiamo fatto una figura di merda.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Sicuramente. Due figure di merda. Vabbè, però c'è una dei soldi, eh. Il silenzio è buono. Ha detto uno dei disegni per Mirage 2000D.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here.
Quello nuovo che saremmo noi tecnicamente.
My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. The guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
444, numero della nostra cella. Boh, che ne so. Pure in prigione fanno i briefing.
Alright guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His tag name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many will lose today. Better than solitary.
How many can actually...
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least
Ma non
take
possono
off.
sparare.
Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Ok, apriamo start. Allora, ha ottenuto 9 aerei MiG-21 bis, Fish, Bed, F-104C Starfighter. Albero degli aerei, vediamo un po' se sono questi pezzi aerei. Non ci dimentico. Abbiamo in totale $163.000, cioè questa sorta di specchietti d'oro, non so che roba sia. Vabbè, Mirage 2002 lo conosco abbastanza bene, non ho paura di usarla. Rossa B. Riduce il tempo di carica ai missili speciali. Allora, la gathering sinceramente non ci serve tanto. Però a livello tecnico vabbè. No, un po'. Terzo senso. Se aerea terra sta missione, però ha detto questo dobbiamo solo essere capaci di far vedere che siamo capaci di volare, quindi non so che metto, mettiamoci questa bomba a grappolo, no, dove arriva a te. No, sto qua, dai.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Allora, inganna e disturba i nemici in volo, spara alla base, sopra la base.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Oh, che dice quello del
Spare 8, Champ. This is the control
la torre di controllo. Come cazzo c'hanno le Russione, stesso coso di merda.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass.
Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go. So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer.
Vede, l'aereo è diventato più manovabile. Almeno qua le modifiche si vedono, non ci stanno.
In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you? Yeah! This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fire in the base. Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one. If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me? Righto.
Numbers will get in. We're safe with us. Scroll Squadron, get into formation.
I really couldn't give a shit. You don't get it, Spare 15. Your fire control systems are locked.
There's a juicy target.
Look at that. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes. The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? So that convincing.
Yes, the enemy just hit the control tower.
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
There's smoke.
Send in the fire team. Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it!
La nostra missione è solo di evitare missili, adesso non possiamo sparare
Shoot down
niente.
everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're clear to engage. Show no mercy.
Ok, perfetto, finalmente.
Wanna bet which one of us gets the first kills after this starts? This is the first. Count's going forward. I decide when you die. All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line? I'll show you all how it's done. I won't miss again.
Breaking. Let's take an escort. Hurry up. Finish the job and let's get out. We're easy pickings now. Push it. Damn it. We were supposed to be done before the bombers even arrived. This is Salve Squadron. Passing waypoint 2 above ground level.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission. Spare 15, bandit splashed. Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that we're going to get dressed up real pretty. Radar ping. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them. Righto. A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target. Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
We're cut off. We can't make a raid. We can't.
Una concentrazione assurda, ci vuole.
Anyone's gonna take the top score from me. It's in my blood.
Wingman
shot.
Devo portarci dietro, se no non funziona.
Focus on destroying the target.
We are 9 behind the enemy.
Hey, shoot down one of us.
At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow aren't a challenge. Don't let it go to your head. Launching missile. Hit on target confirmed.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader. Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Ci buttiamo dietro. Aspettiamo che si addrizza.
Trigger again! Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
Oh, ci scappa un po',
This
dai.
is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing? Are you
Loco, Man McKenzie, please maintain silence for a moment. 4 targets remaining. Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
Friendly, friendly. This was not the plan.
3 targets remaining.
Chew on lead, pal.
1 bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first served.
Sto pezzo di merda.
Continuing attack.
Ce l'abbiamo dietro.
Let's do this.
Sperry, watch your mouth.
Questa musichetta proprio, eh?
Enemy locked on me. Someone help me out here.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah. Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare
Ah,
Squadron.
velocità.
Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what? You're not done?
Just checking.
Ma pure battuto.
Spare 15, this is the
Allora
control tower.
controllo.
Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Lower your nose. You're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing.
Forza, fermati.
Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Sì, merda, pensavo di...
Spare 15, the runway's free.
2 R con una cui traiettoria passa dall'est parallela a incrociarsi più volte, forbice.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Sì, merda. Prossima missione.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess. And I found out later, she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden. Even from me.
Due poche parole. Long day. Cazzo io lo so. 9:15 fa. Sto gioco è così snervante che pure un'ora e mezza di gioco sembra che ha giocato 10 ore.
First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Arusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use
sono solo pedine.
Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Vediamo quanti soldi abbiamo ora scivolato, vediamo un po'. Sto facendo 52.000 qualcosa, non lo so. Noi ci mandiamo tutte le bombe che servono per fare la guerra. Beh, noi ci prendiamo l'aereo, poi ci sono i missili, cioè sti cazzi. Bomb pool. Aumenta la potenza delle bombe speciali, migliora la decelerazione dell'aereo, a posto. Allora, vediamo un po' quale dobbiamo prendere. F2A. Allora, vai per zero un caccia controller basato sull'F16 è molto efficace nell'interdizione di zone di volo marino, ma anche al combattimento aereo. Molto buono. Già abbiamo un cazzo di missile, una bomba che serve di merda. Ah, messa è alta potenza ma limitata per quanto velocemente il bersaglio. Aerofreno all'avanguardia, elevatore nemici multipli. Migliorata a lunga gettata, ci sta. Aerofreni all'avanguardia. Ce l'ho messo tutto quello che possiamo mettere.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
cosa è cambiato? Già si stanno usando sotto il
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up. It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as a
Ah no, aspetta. Devo fare così, poi sbaglio tutto. Me l'ho dimenticato che era aria terra questa qua. Un negoziissimo. Sono curioso di vedere se posso comprare una cosa. Arrivo subito. Sono finito per la scheda, non ci sta. Devo ricaricare la scheda online, vabbè, fammi gli scherzi. Riprendiamo la campagna. Continua. Ho già visto. Raga, facciamo questo e dopo basta. Perché già c'ho questa setta da passare. Devo fare F22B, possiamo pure usare.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front. Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack. We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up. It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as attack, aren't you, Sperry? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Non tutto però, sono indispensabile.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Leave them to me. Bullying the weak is a kind of specialty of mine. The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Damn, what are the odds of getting out alive? That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. Any regular Aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do? The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here. I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
Spare 15, target destroyed. Spare 15, enemy's got a lock.
Shit, all the batteries are dead.
Che cazzo di cosa non muore?
Tank eliminated. Spare 15 locked on. AA gun down.
Someone take out the AA. Incoming missile, breaking.
Target destroyed.
Locked on.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile, break!
Hostile has a lock. Locked on.
Spare 15, they've got a lock on you.
Russian bandit on your tail. Maybe if we had some anti-surface weaponry.
Vehicle down. Target destroyed.
No, ammazza Peppo Track, vai.
Our attack angles are limited.
Cioè, nonostante siamo dei galeotti, cioè, sì, siamo stati impegnati in una cosa che non, in realtà non si sa se è vero o falso.
Bombs away.
Trigger's destroyed all the trucks.
Enemy in gun range. Destroy enemy reinforcements at the base.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to fill the area.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. I'm gonna have to rethink the odds.
On my target station.
Missile coming at you. You wanna die?
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Grab whatever you can and return fire. Attack hit. Target live.
Confirmed kill on
Una
AA
specie
gun.
di... No, me ne stanno a fare un bordello, sono solo una fortuna lì.
There's no way this base can be attacked from the air. I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. It's just one after another, like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osia has one. The problem is,
Some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Get yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise. You really are good at murdering people, Trigger. Too easy for someone who's used to killing presidents. Ex-presidents. So, what's the difference? Whatever, he's still got 3 sin lines. Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280.
Ah, tra l'altro sto so madonna.
They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
Machines are not replacing humans. Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
I want it back.
Hostile has a lock. Need help.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? These are just pawns.
That lion son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation. Take out anti-air weapons and get in the way.
Enemy dodge. Continuing attack. Fox 2.
Vehicle down.
Too low and you'll get fired from the ground.
Devo aspettare che finiscono 10 minuti praticamente.
Spare 15 locked. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Bandit in my sights. This is spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller missile. Shake it off.
God damn it! I'm hit! I'm still at the table. High roller missile. Another one. I've got a bet on me getting out of this. Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't put your pants over one aircraft being down.
Set up AAX. Put him on a flat surface. What happens to a bat when the banker's out? Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me. I'm getting behind Trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Decision. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows who inflates your numbers. I can't get close enough to try.
Tra l'altro ci aveva detto giustamente di non dimenticarci lo scopo della missione principale, quindi non devo tornare là e devo tornare un po' a farvi distruggere un po'.
Engage or face punishment.
Keep yapping away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
5 minutes remaining.
If only I could bring a radio to lift my spirits.
Watch it. AA gun down.
Cioè, si vede la fiammata vicino all'aereo e pare che è stato colpito.
Hostile has a lock. Kill on target confirmed. Trigger, he's got a lock. Spare 2, plus 2.
Sul bordello, madonna.
Bandit on my 6. Locked on bandit. Wow, Trigger's the only one who's managed to hit the base.
AA gun down.
Fox 2.
Enemy in gun range.
Ci restano avanti.
They have me spiked. If you keep flying straight, you'll get hit. Count, you've got company.
Fox 2. Spare 15, target destroyed. 3 minutes remaining. Enemy has a lock on you.
Whatever.
Spare 15, locked on. Missile incoming! Spare 15, watch your tail. Missile hits you.
Lascio è figato.
Target hit.
So quell'aereo che sarà solo lì.
Two minutes remaining.
Missile! It's the mission and the ones who stayed there crazy.
15 missile.
Besides Trigger, think they can destroy the target?
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Vehicle down.
Caution. Pull up. Missile.
I'm finally finding my
Pull up.
Spare 15, target destroyed. Don't worry about crashing. Worry about your sins.
Qualcuno parte le due crash ma le due peccati, ma che cazzo è?
As well as a jailer.
1 minute remaining.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Missile launched. Spare 15, enemy's got a lock. I have 2 orders for you. Stop wasting ammo and shut the hell up.
Damn, these guys are agile.
Posso? Non finito, nessuno non vede.
Okay, you've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too.
Vabbè,
Who
dai.
wants to bet who
Lascia
goes into
andare così.
solitary?
Finire così.
That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Certo, pezzi di merda.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack.
Allora, come la missione 06 nella modalità campagna.
You
Ok.
lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.
Ok, no, tranquilli, ce ne andiamo, usciamo dal gioco perché dobbiamo andare a dormire e domani si fa al lavoro. Va bene?